and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Leslie Aldridge. Yes, I ran a marathon yesterday, but I'm pretty hardcore. Apart from the fact that actually I haven't cleaned my treadmill since yesterday, and the running surface is sticky. Obviously, I spilled a load of juice on it or something yesterday when I was running. So, oh dear, I'm gonna have a sticky run today. 10k to do. Monday Run Club, welcome along to the Zwift Run Live channel on YouTube and the Film My Run Facebook page. Hello everybody, Zwifty, hello, or Swifty, hello. Neil Messenger, hello to you. Tina Beard, good evening to you. Christoph Herman says good evening. He's preparing dessert and finding a spot in the front row to enjoy the spectacle. Off we go. And I need to be at 10.5 kilometres an hour. Don't want to work too hard, but I suppose we're going to have to. Ryan Downey has tidied the kitchen and taken the trash out, so we are off and running for a Monday evening here in the UK. It's a bit cold outside, but we will soon warm up. So if you've got anything you want to say, as long as it's not rude, you can post it on chat. I am watching Facebook chat, I'm watching YouTube chat, and once again we are watching Twitch chat, because we have had the occasional Twitch visitor. Sarah Jacobson says, why are you doing Group A today? That is a very good point. Well, we'll see how I go. I should have probably joined Group B, to be honest. And I may slow down and just kind of amble along for a bit later. But we'll get a couple of kilometres done. I'll see how I feel. I've made another rookie error as well, in that I've just had my dinner. So not only have I got tired legs, but I've got food in my stomach. Ryan Downey's got loads to say. Sorry, when I said anyone who's got anything to say, I wasn't including you in that. Most of what you say would just be abuse to me, surely. Neil Messenger has a treadmill arriving on Wednesday. Nice one. So, Ryan Downey says, I love you, Stephen. I know you do. Hello, David Connell. I don't know about that. Couldn't hold on to first place yesterday. I just got about 7k from the end, and I just fell apart. Second time that's happened on a Zwift marathon. Got to about 33, 34 kilometres. Just couldn't hold on. Too hot. Too much drink sloshing around in my stomach. Felt terrible. Basically just had to crawl into the end. Managed to keep hold of second place, but I got past with about 5k to go, and couldn't fight back. But there we are. So we're following the instructions. Top left of your screen, you will see the instructions for the workout. It's pouring with rain in Watopia. I bet it's not pouring with rain in France or Paris, is it? Tina Beard says she has ordered a run sensor as her Zwift pod is so rubbish. Well, you join quite a few other people who are not overly enamoured by the Zwift Run pod. Mind you, just a word of warning, although the run sensor is essentially better, more accurate, you might find that you take a while to get it set up. It can be a bit frustrating. Whatever you do, don't kick it off the back of the treadmill, because then all your hard work setting it up so it reads accurately will be undone. It's very fragile in its cradle. So best of luck with it though. I mean, if you get it right, it is much better than the Zwift pod. Right, so it's a mile warm-up, so we're halfway through that mile now. Another 800 metres to go. And then I think it's two ramps. And what we mean by ramps is basically the speed gets faster and faster. And then we slow down again and start again and build it up again. So it's two progressive runs. And Christoph Herman says, mine, referring to the Run Smart treadmill sensor from North Pole Engineering, after the latest firmware update, he says, mine is finally spot on. Nice one. That's good to know. Right, legs a bit tight. So just Buenaventura, yes, says take care of the camera angles. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not that bothered. If I go off somewhere. Although I suppose it would be nice to stay with you guys, so maybe shall I turn them off then? Thing is, there aren't any. I don't think there are any other turns for a little while. Sarah Jacobson says she did Group B this morning, MRC, Monday Run Club, and was able to hang with them. Well done. Good job. Right, I'll turn the camera angles off just for this little section. Oh, I've actually turned them off altogether. That's not good because I'd have to go into all sorts of settings to set them back on again. Never mind. Probably best that I just leave them off. Matthias says the run is better, the run sensor is better, except the incline thing. Yeah, incline. I mean, in order to get cadence, speed and incline all working together. Oh, has everyone disappeared? In order to get them all working together, it is a bit of a nightmare. Let me just see. Well, I've got John Shaw behind me. I can see him. And Morel as well. So we're all right. Let's have a look where Ryan is. Well, I can see. Well, Ryan, you're there. Carol's right behind you. Doesn't look. Pacebot is gone. Yeah, maybe it was just like a temporary thing. Oh, Christoph Hermans also says incline is now correct on the run since the last firmware update. Interesting. Leo Loughran, hello buddy.
You suck.
Oh no, I actually totally pressed the wrong button. I'm really sorry.
Nice.
You don't suck at all. Oh dear. Oh no, Buenaventura's PC has frozen. Right, 11.4. Jason Mitchell, good evening. He says he's joining late, but now joining. Jonathan Koss says, good evening, Ace Ventura. And he also says sometimes the pace bot just stops for no reason, randomly. Right, so I think this evening's problem is not going to be tired legs necessarily, but a full stomach from the spaghetti bolognese that I've just eaten. Rookie error, once again. So John Shaw just ahead, Morel just behind, and then yeah, we have kind of a gap with quite a few people missing. And we're coming up to 2 kilometres done with 7.6 kilometres to go. So if you've never seen Zwift before, welcome along. This is the screen that you're looking at. All the information you need. Matthew Bates, hello buddy. I am good, yes, thank you.
Right on.
Jay Cruz, thanks for the ride on. Yeah, legs are a little bit tight after yesterday's run, but not too bad. Should be able to get through this. Only 7.5k to go, really. And we're not, I think we've got 400 metres at 14.7 kilometres per hour later, so that's a bit quick, but not terrible. Matthew says he did a 10k in just over an hour today. Well done, Matt. Around Newsham Park, good job. Jonathan Koss says Group A looks relatively easy tonight. Yeah, should be okay. Even on tired legs, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, Sarah says it looks like the swerving, the weaving around is back. Yeah, for my run yesterday and for Victoria's run on Saturday, we thought the weaving had gone. We thought all that swerving had been dealt with in the latest update, but obviously not. Christoph says good luck. And Leo, I think this is in relation to Leo, got a big one this Saturday. Never ever done anything like it, but in honour of the family and John Ward, I will be running 215 miles for GB Ultras on my treadmill. Start Saturday, hopefully finish Sunday night, Monday morning. Gosh, that is madness, Leo. Good luck, buddy. So next pace increase with 7k to go. Coming up we go to 12.3 kilometers per hour for 800 meters. Actually, it says 2 ramp, but actually there are 3 ramps. So it looks like there's 3 ramps, not 2. Matthew Bates says, got to do 500 miles between us for my Mersey Marauders football club. So are the whole club taking part? And is it like combined to get 500 miles? Okay, 12.3 kilometres an hour.
Okay, let's go.
Increase in speed, let's go. 800 metres at this pace, and then 400 metres at the next pace. Buenaventura, are you with us, or have you crashed? He says he's back. Good stuff. Did it allow you to rejoin the run? Matthew, take care. See you soon, buddy. Thanks a lot. Sort out his cats and his rabbits. Buenaventura says he's lost the workout, but he's going to jump on and try and just run with us. So 300 metres of this section left, and then we've got 400 metres at 13 and a half. And then we drop down again for a little bit of a relax. 1 mile at 11.7. Right, here we go. So a little blast, 400 metres at 13 and a half coming up. And there's Buenaventura. Hello, Ace. Right, 13 and a half. 400 metres here. Boss of Zwift, thank you, buddy. Ryan Downey says, did folks get no Ned? Don't understand what that is, Ryan. What's Ned with a capital N? Oh, I think some folks got kicked off, yes. So you know the bug that often happens where during the warm-up, Zwift freezes. So I think a few people froze. Certainly Ace Ventura got kicked out. Matthew says, is your heart rate correct? No, not 181. It often takes 2 or 3 kilometres to settle down. Okay, so we can chill out for a bit now. I'll tighten my watch up a little bit. Tim Iveson says, all right, Steve, on the sofa watching you again. How are the legs? The legs are not too bad. It's my stomach that's the problem tonight, because I had my dinner, spaghetti bolognese, about 2 minutes before starting the run, which is a bad rookie error. Legs, yeah, I mean, they're a bit tighter than I would like them to be, but you know, they're all right. We'll get through this. Only 5.5k to go, and the fastest we're going to go looks like about 15 kilometres an hour. So, and that's only for 400 metres. Leo says, how would you approach 215 miles on a treadmill? By running away, Leo. By not doing it, that's how I would approach it. And if you were ever to run one on the treadmill, apart from keeping up with the electricity bill, sleep, eat, walk, running time, etc., well, so, in all seriousness, the furthest I've ever run is 112 miles, and that was outdoors, not on a treadmill. So I've never been in a situation where you actually do need to sleep. And I think 215 miles, you probably should get a couple of hours sleep, maybe a couple of times, or at least an hour's sleep a couple of times, 2 or 3 times during that run. I would approach it very slowly indeed. Don't go off like you did for your 100. I mean, literally, you know, 8 kilometres an hour, 9, just take it really easy, because you are going to suffer. And I would stop for regular breaks, have showers, yes, stop and eat food, and literally stop, don't eat food on the go, stop, rest your legs, get them massaged, and eat well. Don't stuff yourself full of gels and Coca-Cola. Eat proper food, pasta, pizza, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, do get some sleep, I think. Jason Mitchell says he'd lose his mind. Yeah, I mean, it sounds absolute madness, to be honest. Jonathan Koss says he wants Leo to do it on Zwift. I think he is going to do as much of it as he can on Zwift. So, Leo, if you manage to do 215 miles all on Zwift, you will be the record holder for distance running on Zwift. The record is 160 miles. So, if you can get over 160 miles done on Zwift in one continuous second, you will be the record holder. Ace Ventura says, it's impossible to say no to bolognese. Well, exactly. Exactly. What could I do? but I am suffering for it now. I desperately need to use the restroom. And Paul Haywood says his Zwift crashed. So, yeah, interesting. So we have had a crash. Normally, it affects me, and I usually get booted out, but not this time. So it looks like Ace Ventura and Paul Haywood all got crashed out. Yeah, tinned rice pudding, really good. Proper food, Leo. You know, you want to keep up your protein and your carbohydrate and your fat content. Right, there's 5k done, 4.6 to go.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
De Bruyne, thank you very much for your ride on. Sarah Jacobs says it must be a case of the Mondays, because she had stomach problems on her run this morning as well. Do you know what? In all seriousness, I might just have to jump off and go to the loo. I'll see how much I can cope. Actually, that's pointless, isn't it? Right. I am just going to jump off and go to the toilet quickly. I apologise. Sorry about that. Oh, that's too fast. Fire Leather says, that's why I love these streams. Oh, that's better. All right, okay, so Ryan Downey says, we'll wait for you. Thank you very much, it's very kind of you. Where are we up to on this? Leo Loughran says he loves his milk, and so do I, thanks Victoria. Ace Ventura says, what sensor are you using? Paul Haywood says, with jam. I must have missed an earlier comment. Up to 12.6 now. Right, so 1.2 kilometres at this speed. Jeff Partridge says during his 100 kilometre run, he had mashed avocado with ham wraps. Christoph Herman says it's time to refill the wine with my cheese and crackers. Sounds like everybody's having a right ball. Jeff Partridge says banana and custard is another good ultra combo. Yes, Matthias, it will run. So Matthias noticed that my treadmill stopped automatically. So it will run for about 1 minute without me on it, and then it knows I'm not on it and it stops. It's a clever beast. All this talk of food, Victoria says she's feeling hungry. So about 20 minutes left of running, 3.7k left to go. This is Monday Run Club, Group A tonight. Well, it's night, it's evening here in the UK. I don't know what time it is with you guys. Yeah, lots of advice for you there, Leo. And look after those feet as well. Right, feeling a lot better now that I've had my restroom break. We're going at 12.6 kilometres an hour. Jonathan Koss is suggesting to Victoria that she has a Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle to fill the gap. Ryan, I don't know if it's a pressure switch. I mean, it must be, mustn't it? It must be able to sense the weight of me on the treadmill. And if the weight is not there, it stops. It must be a pressure switch. Yeah, that would be a problem if it broke, that's for sure. Right, I probably need to speed up now in order to catch the boys up. My heart rate's gone. That's annoying. It should just come back on. Shall I try and get heart rate back? Heart rate. There it is. Right, heart rate is back. Let's catch the boys up again. Weaving all over the road again. There's Paul Deering. Right, so next one is 13.8 kilometres an hour for 800 metres. Heart rate is back on. So right turn onto the beach path. 700 metres to go in this section. Christoph says the weaving happens as well with the Pride run. Maybe a programming, I'm sure it is a programming issue, Christoph. They just need to sort it out in one of the updates. Seven kilometres down, 2.6 to go. Monday Run Club, live on the Zwift Run Live YouTube channel and the Film My Run Facebook page. On the beach path in Watopia downtown, under the pier. So maybe it is only 2 ramps, and the last section is more like cool down. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Nick Inwood says, thanks to watching some of your videos, I've pre-ordered a treadmill and planning on going on Zwift. Excellent stuff, Nick. Good job, buddy. Fireleather says, how did my son's half marathon go? Well, this is Ellis.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Perfect timing with a ride on from Victoria, thank you. And he did it. My son is 9 years old, and yesterday he ran his first half marathon distance, 21 kilometres. But not only that, he did it on a hilly trail route, 450 metres of elevation, 3.5 hours. So by the looks of it, this is the fastest we're going today. And the rest of Monday Run Club is all cool down. Metres left. You can go and check out Victoria's Strava profile, and there you'll see Ellis's run. Jason Mitchell says, well done Ellis, impressed. Right, time to start cooling it down. 8 kilometres done. 8 minutes to go. So 12.7 for 400 metres, and it's basically just 1.5 kilometres of slowing the treadmill down, 1 mile of slowing the treadmill down. Leo says, way to go, Ellis, fantastic stuff. If you're anything like your dad, when you're older, you're going to be a top future star in the making. Well, he's already got his eyes set on winning that particular route. So the route that he did is called the 3/4 half marathon, and it's an official race that happens in May each year, and he's now decided when he's older he wants to win that race. So basically 400 metre blocks of cool down now. Still on the beach path in Watopia. We're going to be going over the water on the bridge now. Paul Deering says, I've never known a 9-year-old complete a half marathon and on a trail. Yeah, he did well. Nick Inwood says, I'm losing weight doing weights and having Huel to help me with my diet. Yeah, I use Huel as well. Treadmill will help rather than running outside as sight is impaired. Marathon for the Royal National Institute for the Blind charity is my goal. Nice one, Nick. Good job, buddy. Right, down to 5 kilometres an hour now. Neil Messenger says, can you do this event with a foot pod, Stephen? Yes, you can run anything on Zwift with a foot pod. That's how most people run on Zwift, is using a foot pod. Oh, don't worry about it, Leo. My kids are mad on YouTube and TikTok as well. It's a struggle to get them off it sometimes. Oh, Ryan, yes. Do you know what? I forgot totally about that. I will next. The thing is, my Huel sits in the cupboard doing nothing for months on end until I do a race. Or it has done, rather, because we've been obviously on lockdown. I'll try and remember to get it done. Monica, yeah, knee is fine. Thank you. It was a bit sore at the end of the run yesterday, but no, it's fine now, Monica. Thank you. Treadmill now at 11.2 kilometres per hour. Alf Bachelor, gutted. My speed sensor failed at 3.75 kilometres and crashed. Gutted I couldn't finish the session. Oh, tough luck, Alf. No, it happens to everyone from time to time. You'll be alright next time. Everyone, and as people who know me and watch this stream regularly, they know I, more than most, suffer from technical problems. So you're not the only one. Don't worry about it. Just get back on it. Start again next time. So just easing down now at the end of Monday Run Club. 5 minutes to go. That's 9 kilometres done. 600 metres left. saying 5 minutes to go. I've got, oh no! I've crashed! How hilarious. Right, Nick Inwood says, I believe your video about first marathon on Zwift mentioned Huel, and that's what made me look it up. Yes, I have been using Huel for a long time. Monica says, I can't believe you're running again already. We thought of you on our run this morning. Oh, thank you. Right, so it looks like I have crashed now. I'm out. I'm assuming I can't type any messages. Well, I don't know if that's gone through or not. Yeah, Monica, I do tend to recover relatively quickly. You know, yesterday, in terms of hours running, 3.5 hours was not... It's not a massive amount of running in terms of time. I did push it quite hard, even though I died a death at the end. So, yeah, I mean... Buenaventura says, restart the software. Now, I think it's too near the end. I'm not going to bother now. Ace, we were only 600 metres from the finish. I'll just leave it at a 9-kilometre run, and that's it. That'll do for today. It's too much hassle to go restarting the software. Leo Loffren says, have you updated? Yes. I have updated. I have got the France and the Paris worlds now. Not that we can use them. And Paul Hayward says, will 6p. What does that mean? Will 6p? Not sure. Paul, if you want to explain that to me, that would be much appreciated. But that is by default. Unfortunately, that is the end of Monday Run Club. So, you know, sometimes these things happen. Just talking about technical problems, and of course then Zwift crashes on me. So, and now Ace Ventura says, off CKIFSR. Paul Deering, will that run save? Yes, it will. It won't save. It probably won't save directly to Zwift, but it will save to the computer. And once it's saved to the computer, I can then upload it to Zwift and to Strava manually if I need to. So I'll have a look at that in a minute and upload afterwards. Paul Hayward says, will I lose my points? No, I think they are. They update as you go. So every time you get 10 XP points, that is there then, and it's logged. So it will be in the log file. It will go up onto the servers. Anything else I need to say? No, so if this does happen to you, especially if you're using a Mac or a PC, it's very, very easy to rescue the run. You simply go into... well, I'll show you. So, on a Mac or a PC, it's exactly the same. You go into your file system, you go to Oh, hang on a minute. Bear with me. So you go into your File Explorer, then or whatever on your Mac, and then you go into Documents, and then from Documents you go into your Zwift folder. In your Zwift folder you go into Activities, and in Activities you will see a whole long list, if you are regular on Zwift, of runs, and they're stored as a fit file. See there? Fit file. That is the, it's like a GPX file, and you can upload that to Strava, you can upload it to Garmin Connect, you can upload it to Zwift. So you want to choose, either have a look at this one here, look, that says today's date, the 29th of June, and the time, 1910. So, that was quite... you probably want to do that one, in progress activity. Have a look at that one, maybe try and upload that one. Because that Oh no, here we are. Look, 20:08. Yeah, 20:08. So that was all right. So that was only a few minutes ago. So you could probably upload this second last one here. So not the one that says in progress activity, but the one just before that. I will probably upload that, and we'll see what we get off that. Hopefully it'll be 9 kilometres. So that's how you do it. On your iOS device. Yeah, Ryan Downey says, you're never going to hit 10,000 kilometres on Zwift at this rate. I know. That's in reference to Marcus Holmes, who is the Zwift distance record holder in terms of number of kilometres run in total on Zwift. As you know, I'm on Zwift all the time. Every day, pretty much, I'm on Zwift. And my maximum mileage... Well, let's have a look. Hang on. My current total mileage is... Wait for it. Here it comes. 4,220 kilometres and 952 metres. So 4,221 kilometres. Well, Marcus Holmes has almost 10,000 kilometres run on Zwift, so more than twice what I've got. Yes, sorry, so I was saying, if you're on iOS device, if you look on the iOS device on the Zwift, before you log in to Zwift, on the top right hand corner there is a little icon. If you press that icon, it will bring up a file list, and you can choose your file from there, your latest activity from there. And what you can do with that is you can email it to yourself. So on iOS you email the fit file to yourself, and from there you can then upload it to Garmin Connect or Strava or Zwift, whichever. No, you can't upload it to Zwift. You can't upload direct to Zwift. Sorry, you can't upload direct to Zwift. But there will be probably an activity on Zwift. It might just be a little bit shorter than the one that you upload to Strava. Right. Okay, so what with that, with this crash? So some people crashed at the beginning, some people crashed at the end, and I was one of the unlucky ones who crashed at the end. But that is it. Most of Monday Run Club done. And we'll see you tomorrow for whatever we decide to do tomorrow. Let's have a look. A quick look at the events for tomorrow. Oh. Right, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So there's a Pride Run at 7:30. There's Turn It Up Tuesday at 7:30. There's Ryan Downey's Pack Social 5K at 8:15 tomorrow evening UK time. Yes, Jonathan, there's a... Yeah, didn't I say that? There is an icon top right that you can use on the iOS app. So you need to press that. It used to be that you had to triple tap the Zwift logo. You had to type it 3 times. So at the Zwift login screen, top right, there is an icon. Yeah, I'm sure I said that, Jonathan. You're not listening. Pay attention. Right, so we will probably do 5k. Maybe we could do the Pride Run. Turn It Up Tuesday. Let's do that. We'll probably do the Pride Run at 7:30 UK time, followed by Ryan Downey's 5k at 8:15. That's what we'll do. So, thank you very much for the chat on YouTube and Facebook. Apologies that Zwift crashed. It does that occasionally, especially during Monday Run Club and Wednesday workout for some reason. There we are. Thanks very much. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.